Welcome, entrepreneurs. Today we're going to go over the steps of how to register your business in Florida. Let's start by going to the Division of Corporations. Here, we're going to select Start a Business, and under Start a Filing, we'll select Profit Corporation. If you're forming an LLC, you will follow similar steps. Now, the Division of Corporations strongly recommends that legal counsel reviews all documents prior to submission. The Division of Corporations is an administrative filing agency. They cannot provide any legal, accounting, or tax advice. A Mayor Lawyer tip. You can choose to register your business in Florida yourself, but for $29.95 more, join our family of over 300,000 clients and register your business with us at AmeriLawyer.com. Your incorporation with us is complete and includes your corporate kit, records, book, and seal, articles of incorporation, corporate minutes, corporate bylaws, corporate ownership register, banking resolution, stock certificates, preliminary name search, legal advice, and business counsel by our lawyers, and 110% lowest price guarantee. Again, as recommended by the Division of Corporations, get your documents reviewed by legal counsel prior to submission, as they cannot provide any legal advice. Next, select File. Before we move on and file to register your business, ensure that you check the availability of your business name. If you wanted your business to be named Smith Plumbing Inc., before you register that name, go to the Division of Corporations and search for that name and make sure that nobody else is using it. After you get that done, you can start registering your business. A Mayor Lawyer tip. Get assistance in finding the availability of your business name by calling our office at 1-800-603-3900. We perform a preliminary name search within our incorporation process. Avoid the ramifications of selecting a corporate name that is already in use by someone else and possibly prevent a lawsuit being filed against you and your business for federal or state trademark infringement, loss of business due to a subsequent change of name, the embarrassment of being served legal papers during business hours in front of employees and customers, the cost of changing the corporate name through the process of an amendment, the cost of changing all marketing materials that are utilized when operating a business, such as bank accounts, uniforms, menus, vehicle signage, and other business signage, a website, and business cards. Read all the instructions and certify that you have read and accepted the terms, and click on Start a New Filing. Enter the effective date. You can click on what is an effective date, and it will give you a description, which is that the effective date can be 5 days prior to the date of submission or up to 90 days after the date of receipt. You have the option to choose for the certificate of status and a certified copy. The certificate of status certifies that the corporation is in good standing with the Division of Corporations, and the certified copy certifies that the articles of incorporation are correct. A Mayor Lawyer tip. A certificate of good standing is a document issued by the state that shows that your corporation has met its statutory requirements and is authorized to do business in that state. Among other things, a certificate of good standing confirms that your corporation is up to date on its state fee payments, has filed its annual report, and has paid its franchise taxes. Certificates of good standing are frequently requested by state governments if you are applying for a foreign qualification in that state, also by lenders when you are trying to obtain financing, by banks for certain transactions, and for evidence in order to obtain or renew licenses or permits. We can help you obtain a certificate of good standing. Now we're going to type in the corporate name. Next, type in the corporate stock shares. A Mayor Lawyer tip. Stocks. Common stock. Every Florida corporation formed by Spiegel and Etrera PA has at no additional charge 10,000 shares at 1 cent par value. In most cases, but not all, this is satisfactory and the clients need no additional common stock changes. Generally, all of the 10,000 shares of common stock will be issued at the time of incorporating. The capital stock of a corporation serves only corporate purposes. It functions as security for the creditors of the corporation who have relied on its existence, since it cannot be diverted or withdrawn to the detriment of corporate creditors. This is why in the standard corporation, the amount of the par value of the capital stock is a small sum. Additionally, a corporation generally has only common stock, but it may also have preferred stock. Depending on your situation, you may want to change or decrease the number of shares or par value. For example, you may want to order 10 million shares at 1 out of 1,000 of a cent par value. Non-voting stock. Allowing differences in voting rights is particularly advantageous to entrepreneurs who need to attract additional capital, but who also want to retain voting control over their corporation. For example, you may want to have all of the common voting stock so as to participate in the management of the corporation and control its operations, while transferring all of the common non-voting stock to your children so that they may share in the appreciation and earnings of the corporation. If so, it's likely you'll want to protect yourself with a shareholders restrictive agreement, Seasoned business owners will instinctually recognize the value of such an agreement. To accomplish this, we will add special provisions into your articles of incorporation, and special certificates for common non-voting shares of stock will need to be issued. Preferred stock. Preferred stock is given preference over common stock. Holders of preferred stock receive dividends at a fixed annual rate. The earnings of a corporation are applied to this payment before common stockholders receive dividends. If corporate earnings are insufficient for the fixed annual dividend, the preferred stock will absorb the total amount of earnings, and the common stockholders will be precluded from receiving a dividend. When corporate income exceeds the amount that is needed to pay preferred stockholders, the remainder is generally paid to common stockholders. In special situations, the remainder may be distributed pro rata to both classes of stock, in which case the preferred stock is said to participate with the common stock. Preferred stock can be cumulative or non-cumulative. If it is cumulative and if the fixed dividends remains unpaid, it becomes a debit upon the surplus earnings of succeeding years. Accumulated dividends must be paid in full before common stockholders can receive dividends. When preferred stock is non-cumulative, its preference is extinguished by the failure of the corporation to have sufficient earnings to pay the fixed dividend in a given year. Please note that if you want your corporation to be a subchapter S corporation, you cannot have two classes of stock. Your corporation may not have preferred stock. You select the number of preferred shares, their par value, annual dividend, whether cumulative or non-cumulative, and whether it's participating or non-participating. For example, a corporation may have authorized 10,000 shares of preferred stock with a $100 par value, bearing a 6% cumulative dividend rate, and be non-participating. Spiegel and Natura PA will provide advice in selecting your stocks. Next, the principal place of business address. The mailing address can be the same as your principal place of business. Just check in the box where it says mailing address, same as principal address. A AmeriLawyer tip. Mail forwarding service. Get your business up and running, even without a physical location. If you have not set up your company office, you may use any Spiegel and Natura office address as your mailing address. You will be assigned a suite number, and any mail received at our office will be forwarded to you. This also gives your business the immediate appearance of having a physical location. Now we're going to enter who the registered agent is. The registered agent is the person or entity that will accept service or process on behalf of your business. Read the description of what is a registered agent on the form for more information and so that you know who you should put as a registered agent. A AmeriLawyer tip. At Spiegel and Natura PA, we provide registered agent solutions with attorney-client privilege. This means that if we receive a subpoena to produce information about your corporation, LLC, partnership, or trust because of alimony, child support, bankruptcy, debt collection, foreclosure, IRS, tax collection, government enforcement action, criminal matter, or anything else, Spiegel and Natura PA is duty-bound not to disclose any information contained in any client communications, whether oral or written. This is a powerful legal precedent to have working for you, and you can only obtain it from a lawyer. A non-lawyer registered agent or registered office service does not offer this valuable confidentiality protection. The Notice of Annual Report. You need to make note of this because whenever you file or register your business, the next year you'll be required to file an annual report. Read through all of it and make a note so you don't forget. Failure to maintain your corporation, LLC, or partnership records may impact your entity negatively. As a client of Spiegel and Natura PA, we want to assist you with the maintenance of your entity records and help you avoid possible late fees and even possible loss of your entity name. We'll send you a reminder to file the annual report. When it's time to file your annual report, use the link in the description below to process your initial, annual, biannual reports and filings. Now, place the name and address of the incorporator. In this case, the incorporator is the person completing this form. Sign afterward. Under corporate purpose, you can put a description of the business or you can check the box for any and all lawful business. Do not check the box if forming a professional association. You have to list a specific purpose in the space below. Fill out the correspondent's name and email address. You will be contacted by email after receiving your application. For officer or director name and address, write all of the officers and directors, whether it is just one or several. A AmeriLawyer tip. Officer qualification requirements depend on age, immigration status, entity type, and state statutes. We can advise you on whether your choice of officer meets state requirements. Now click Continue and review your filing information. You will be taken to a page where you can review your filing information for accuracy. A AmeriLawyer tip. Indemnification agreement. Don't take any chances. Protect yourself from personal liability. We strongly recommend that you include special provisions in your articles of incorporation and additional corporate agreements which trigger this important protection requiring the corporation to indemnify and hold harmless its directors and officers from any actions they take on behalf of the corporation. If a director or officer is ever sued for actions taken on behalf of the corporation, These provisions require that the corporation be held responsible, as agreed upon by the directors and officers and the corporation. Now click Continue and read the Florida Profit Corporation online filing information. Allow several business days for your document to be examined and filed by the office. You should not be applying for the Federal Employer Identification Number yet. When the Division of Corporation confirms that your entity has been accepted, then you may apply for the FEI number. AmeriLawyer tip: don't waste your own precious resources trying to obtain this number on your own. Rather, devote that time and energy to the management of your business. Let Spiegel & Natura PA obtain your company's Federal Employer Identification Number for you and save money in the process. For one low price and without any hassle, Spiegel & Natura PA will secure and deliver with your books this most important of numbers. In addition, you'll never have to worry about losing or misplacing the number because we will have it with our records. Now click Continue to enter the payment page. Select to pay by credit card or through the e-file account payment. When you're done, click Submit and let it finish processing. Ensure that you don't click the previous page or back because you can create a duplicate payment. Now get your corporate filing payment confirmation. Save the document number. You will be using it when you apply for the sales and unemployment tax. We hope this information has been useful to you and we wish your business the best in the coming year. Remember, it is strongly recommended by the Division of Corporations that legal counsel reviews all documents prior to submission, as they cannot provide any legal advice to protect your business. Our low price of an additional $29.95 gives you that legal advice and a complete company records book and seal. Join our family of over 300,000 clients and register with us at AmeriLawyer.com. Please subscribe for more business content and hit that like button so that others will benefit as well. Thanks for watching.